So today I'm going to be working on Pikachu, and this was actually really fun. I didn't expect to do so well on this, but because this is day 2 of my road to a digital artist, and surprisingly this came out really well. So here it is. I tried to record this video a little different this time. Instead of having like the whole face cam and all of that, I decided just to, draw it and then do a little face over. It's kind of easier. So let me know in the comments what you guys like better, because if you guys like this better, I'll do this. If you like that better, I'll do that. So as I was drawing Pikachu here, I felt like I kind of messed up his face a little bit, but I felt like it could work. And the cheeks were very chubby, and I couldn't get, because like with Pikachu I see like that cute chubbiness on his face, but I just couldn't get the vibe right. And even the ear, like I felt like I did amazing on the right ear, but the left ear, like it wasn't coming out right. As you can see, it looks like a pickle, like kind of like a pickle. It was a little more round on the end, and I was just struggling a lot. And here I start to redo the head, and that's when when I did that head part there, it really clicked, and I really felt as if that was going to be the head I was going to stay with. And as you can see, I'm still struggling a lot with the chubby cheeks and drawing that and making that look good. Some things that I struggle with in this was the coloring. I still haven't got that down. I did like a very kind of sketchy drawing. It wasn't that good. There's a lot of parts in it that weren't clear, and a lot of times there was either too much white or I drew outside of the black lines that I colored, which wasn't that great. And it doesn't look that great from close up, but I've found that if I zoom out, it looks wonderful. So that's just what I'm doing for now until I get a little better with this. This is actually my second drawing that I did. My first one was the Mario one, which you guys saw in the previous video. The link to that will be in the description. That was absolutely terrible. I think I kind of redeemed myself with this one, because I really like this one. And as you can see there, that bold black line, I can't figure out why that keeps happening. I don't know, like I draw it because I have the pen sensitivity on my Wacom Intuos little small tablet, and for some reason that when I draw it just gets very bold out of nowhere, and I have no idea how to fix that. At this point, like I was very happy with the drawing already. I saw it and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a great video. But I realized if I zoom in, it makes some parts easier. But something I realized that the more I zoom in, the more my lines get shaky. So if I'm back more and I do like a long line or a fast line, it's very straight. But if I zoom in and then do like a quick line and then zoom out, it doesn't look that straight. So I found out in this video that I have to be very careful on how I use the zoom in, especially to draw. And the feet came out surprisingly good, because this is still a sketch. So what I learned to do is I draw like a very sketchy sketch on like the first layer, as you can see. And after I do that, and I think I finalized it and it looks good, or it can become a final product, I move over to the ink layer, and then I start to kind of finalize it and get everything set there. And here, like once I drew this, I was kind of hyped, because like, man, the bottom half kind of looks good, especially for something like I've never ever drawn in my life. And this is kind of like really the first time I've ever really started drawing. So to not have any drawing background and just come up to this, I was very excited. And I struggled a lot on this cheek part right here. But I finally got that final product right there, and I thought it looked good. Something I'm struggling with is like circles and semicircles and things like that. I don't know, like, because when I try to really focus on the Wacom Intuos tablet, the semicircles and the half circles, like I really stress my hand out, and my hand starts to hurt. And like by the end of this, like my hand hurts so bad, I kind of wanted to stop the video and then redo it, but I didn't want to have to do like all the editing and then put it all together. So I kept it going, but I don't recommend the Wacom into a small tablet, because it puts a lot of strain on your hand. So like when you get the bigger ones, I feel like you have more. I haven't tested it out, but it's just a theory. When you have that more of a range of motion, you have a lot more freedom with your hand, and you don't have to strain your hand as much to draw on such a little surface area. I got here, I got really excited here because I was like, oh man, this looks so good. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still lots of parts that's sketchy and it's not the greatest, but you know, it's a work in progress. It's my second drawing. Hopefully, I'm hoping by like, you know, once I get to the better drawings, I'm gonna draw like some really cool things, and I already have like some pictures that I have saved that I plan on drawing, and I plan on turning. Eventually, I'm going to turn like a lot of my drawings into a game because I'm also a game designer. So I plan on taking like, you know, some characters that I draw, some makeup characters, maybe some characters that I see online, and changing them up a bit and making them into a game, which is going to be absolutely so cool. I'm just, you know, every day I draw, I have a little notebook and I draw on it, and I see what can I possibly do to make this an awesome, cool game. So that's going to be very exciting. So if you follow this journey, you'll see how I improve my artistic skills, but at the same time, you'll have like this whole cool experience when you play the game and you see all the different characters in it. It's going to be really, really cool. So here, I felt like one thing I didn't like about this is I felt like I messed up on the eyes. The eyes, I don't know, the eyes are always a hard part for drawing, and I hear for like beginners, it's very difficult to get the eyes right. And I believe even though I finished the eyes right here, I eventually go back and I change the eyes again because I didn't like the way they came out. Because like if you see, it's not like a complete circle. There's like a lot of bumps and uneven on sides, and I just really didn't like that. I wanted like the very round, natural, not too round because that's unnatural, but like, you know, kind of this semi-round vibe. Not really a lot. The circles have like a lot of bumps in it, and I really didn't like that. So I think eventually I go back and change that. And here I realize once again, oh yeah, you know, if I zoom in, I could get a lot more accurate with drawing, obviously. But you know, at the time wasn't really thinking. So here I work on the feet, and I go to the arms, and this part really, this is what I was talking about. This part right here was so hard for me because I was zoomed in so much that every little movement that I did messed up. So like I couldn't get a straight perfect drawing because I was so close. And then eventually I zoomed out, and as you can see, I got a lot better. That was bad too, but I got a lot better, cleaner lines. Even though that's absolutely not clean at all. But as you can see, the one I just did was pretty clean. So when you zoom out, I feel like I get straighter lines because, you know, you have less time to mess up. And overall, I think this drawing wasn't too bad. I like this drawing, but something that I wish I improved on is just my coloring. Because I've learned that even if your drawing looks bad in the beginning, when you work on it and you start to just keep putting in time in it, eventually it gets good. Like at this point I was like, man, this is going to be another embarrassing YouTube video. But the final product wasn't that bad. Especially when I started coloring, it wasn't that bad. Here you can see I started working on the eyes again. Trying to get that nice circle. I think I finally just say forget it and keep that. And I think eventually what I do with the coloring is I try to use some coloring to make it look better, the eyes. And here, like, I thought I would be cool and clever for the YouTube video and make a selection and try to draw in the selection, but I realized it didn't select the inside. All it did was select the black lines, so that was a complete fail. So from here, I just, you know, take the yellow brush and I start going over everything and hoping that my drawing will be okay, because I knew it wouldn't be that great because I was going to draw out of the lines a lot, especially being new to this tablet. I didn't think, well, it came out more accurate than I thought, but at the time I didn't think, like, you know, it was going to be too good. It came out a lot better than I thought. But overall, I think eventually I'm going to start using the Photoshop tools more. I didn't really want to do that because I just kind of want to improve my drawing skills, but eventually I think I'll just use like the pen tool and I'll make like a selection over the whole body and then just draw everything in, or do that, like make a pen selection tool pen selection and then just make a stroke so that the black lines are clear, something like that. I mean, when I get more into serious designing, I'll probably do that, but as of now, I really just want to focus on just using the drawing tablet and getting better at drawing with it, because like I see like people like draw with Jazza and different people online using the drawing tablet, and their lines and the coloring and everything is just so precise, and they don't even like overuse all of the tools that Photoshop has. They just use the pure art and pure drawing, which I really admire, and that's something that I'd really like to learn. So here I start drawing in the ears, and I realize, like, as you can see, the bottom part of that ear isn't connected, but I thought I'd keep it that way. I believe I keep it that way. I don't know. I felt like it was different. I don't know. It might not be the best, but I thought it was different. I thought I was being like creative at the time. And as you can see, like a Pikachu starts forming. Like, I was very surprised. I was looking at it, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. For my second drawing with the tablet, and probably my second drawing ever in life, it did not come out bad, and I was really, really surprised. And so basically here I was thinking to myself, okay, let me just stay in the lines, not mess up. And how could I create like shadowing? Because I know shadowing, it's not necessarily beginner friendly. You have to take into consideration of if the light was to hit an object, where would the shadows be where would the shadows be on the body, and where would the light reflect and things like that. But I couldn't think how that would be, so I kind of just said forget it and kept the shadows away and just kept focusing on coloring. As you can see, I don't think I might get into shadows final product. I don't think I do. I don't believe I do. And I just keep it nice and simple. And at this point, like, I realized, it's like, oh man, this looks so nice. And then as soon as I started painting these cheeks, I was like, oh man, this is beautiful. I was just so happy with myself, and because coming from not being able to draw, and then even though this isn't the best, don't get me wrong, this isn't good. Like, I would never like go on YouTube and brag about this, but like just seeing it come to life and not really being an artist and having an artist background, I was very, very, very happy with the results of this. And you know, I started putting the final touches on the ears, and this part I think I started to mess up on, because at this point I got so happy and so cocky, I was just like drawing away. And see, as you can see, like the right ear, I leave a lot of white spots. I don't know if I go back and touch those up, but I was just so happy. Like, I just wanted to get this final product out and put the video up. Here I clean up a bit. What's really throwing me off is like the pen sensitivity. I'm so used to drawing, or not drawing, but when I was designing in class and I was making logos, or I was like writing like a ligature or something like that. I'm used to like I'm not used to the pen sensitivity, so I'm used to the size you pick is the size you get. So I would erase and I'd be like, why is it not erasing? And then I push down harder and I'd erase the whole thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it took me a while to get used to the pen sensitivity, and I really got used to it this drawing. I was really happy about it. And here's what I was saying earlier before. I start to draw and I start to go around the eye, but then I realized something. Hey, what if I take the eraser and I just go in the eye, and then I use the pen sensitivity to just make a good circle. And I started focus on that heavily, and I started getting this way better circle, and that really improved the eyes. And as you can see, guys, this is my second drawing of Pikachu. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay with me for this journey of becoming a digital artist. Thank you, subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the next video.